I have a experiment that I'm working on right now. I actually filmed this weeks ago. This being my first day of retirement, I want to celebrate by getting back out here and actually trying to finish it up. Hey YouTubers, family, friends, and subscribers, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by and visiting. I have something new that I'm trying out today. I bought a daytime viewable monitor to try out. It's made by a company called FeelWorld. I purchased it. It's not being sent to me for review or anything like that. This is my experiment and I want to share it with you. But this 4K FeelWorld ultra bright monitor is 2200 nits as opposed to like my iPad that's Mini 4 version. It's 450 nits, and I always have an issue with it in the sunlight. I have sunshades for it, and I have I always have to position myself in such a way that I can have the sun not shining near it because it just glares and can't seem to really see what I'm focusing on very well. I can just get by with the app, the DJI Go 4 app, but this is a nice option to be able to see see in bright sunlight. Don't even need a sunscreen for it, a sunshade for it. It's perfect the way it is. Highly visible. So for my experiment, I have the sun toward my back and it's shining directly down onto my iPad Mini 4 tablet and to the FeelWorld ultra bright 2200 nit monitor, giving the experiment the worst case scenario for light intrusion by the sun. There goes a bunch of always really nice nature out here. So let's take a look at that and I'll show you what the results are. So I have this daylight viewable monitor. Professionals use them for videography and photography to help. It's a tool to be able to see what they're shooting in extremely bright conditions. So the monitor that I have is by a company called FeelWorld, and it's 2200 nits. Get above 2000, you can see that very clearly in bright sunlight, and I'm talking sun straight overhead, very short shadows. The worst case scenario, right? For the drone industry, DJI has the Crystal Sky monitor. It's actually a tablet because it has an operating system. It's an Android operating system, and you put the DJI Go app onto it. And it has a bunch of really nice options, but you're also looking at somewhere around $1,000 US, pretty expensive. It's this FeelWorld monitor. is the option that I went with, and it's about 1/3 the cost of the DJI Crystal Sky monitor. So we're talking about significant savings. I want to show you in this bit the option for this and how I'm using it. And this only works if you have a HDMI out put on your tablet or your drone's RC. It's an option for most of us Phantom 4 Pro users. It's a little module that just replaces the original module that's there. Some of the other drones have this option built in, this HDMI out. I even have a tablet that has an HDMI out. My cameras have an HDMI out. There's a lot of devices that have them, so you can utilize that monitor not only for your cameras and your video cameras, but you can also do it for the drones. My Phantom 4 Pro has a module that I installed on it. I took the old one off and bought one of the DJI's modules that has the HDMI on it. I have a video that actually explains all that. I'll put the link for that also down below. The whole setup and how I used it with the DJI goggles. So carry on with the bit here, and you'll get more detail about what I'm talking about. Bye. So because it's not a touch screen, all the buttons are up here, and it actually works out to your advantage because when you touch the screen you leave your fingerprint oils on it, and then the sun will be able to pick up on those fingerprints, and you'll see that on my tablet. So this FeelWorld ultra bright monitor, it's commanded by the different buttons, menus up and down, on, off. You can go through focus assistance, you can zoom. There's a bunch of really interesting things that you can do. On the side here you have HDMI in, and you also have HDMI out if you want to go to another device. The more expensive models, you can get some other options in here. These are kind of a universal battery design that Sony comes out with. They just clip into there. There's a 1/4 screw here on the side, and like I said, this is 2200 nits and extremely visible in the highest and brightest of sunlight. And right now I'm not feeding it with a cable, but you'll see in this video that's coming up. Here we have the 4K monitor, and you can zoom 9x, 16x, zoom off. You have your menus that you can go through, and then for each one of these you can go down. There's histograms, there's a bunch of stuff. I won't go into all because there's just so much going on.
All on schedule, but dead's forever. I send my condolences to the side of the drive. Some say I'm living in the moment. I say motion, I ain't got no potion, but we can touch the sky. We are young, 'cause my soul is warm. Life's much more, so much more.